You know, let me just make sure I'm live here. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. I think I'm live. Okay, yeah. You know that it is a Monday when everything in the world goes effing crazy. I'm joined by Gun Doctor and Flying Rich. We were about to do my live stream over on Jock Live. You should check that out. But before we get to that, let me just set this up so I actually get paid for it. Just have to turn on monetization here for this video that's going out to John Crump News. We have some breaking news in the Vanderstok case. The Vanderstok case is the challenge to the pistol frames rule. The Supreme Court stayed the knockdown of the whole entire rule. So Blackhawk, which is known as 80% Arms, they are doing business as 80% Arms. And also Defense Distributed went back and got injunctions against the rule once again. And now, this is not clickbait. And now the Supreme Court has vacated those injunctions in Vanderstok. And it's not even like it's not like vacated until cert is granted or whatnot. It is vacated. Like vacated. I'm going to bring up the actual Supreme Court order here, and then we can go ahead and read it because it's very, very short and it's right to the point. And it's basically saying that, bring it up here, and I'm gonna let you read it, Rich, because you always do that. This is Gun Doctor, by the way. You guys probably have not seen him.
Gun Doctor can't read. That's why he doesn't get the work.
That is very true.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. It is a very, very short ruling, but as of right now, the rule is
the Supreme Court familiar with the Bruin decision by Judge Clarence Thomas? I'm not sure where he works. It might be down the hall.
All right, let's just read this, Rich. And I'm probably going to have to blow that up for you a little bit.
It says Monday, October 16th, 2023. In order in pending case. Garland Attorney General. Oh, okay. So that's the who it's versus.
Yeah, Garland Attorney General versus Blackhawk Manufacturing et al., which Blackhawk is 80% Arms.
So the application to vacate injunction presented in Justice Alito and by him referred to the court is granted. The September 14, 2023 order of the United States District Court for the Northern District of Texas case, blah, 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 is vacated. So now, did Alito vacate this, or did
the full bench vacated it? We don't have exactly who voted for what, but the Supreme Court ruled to vacate the injunction. So right now, the pistol frames rule is in 100% in effect.
Wow. So everything. So basically, polymer 80s. You can only get the frame that they introduced at SHOT Show in January this year. The bridge frame, as they call it. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now,
that's it.
That's it.
Now, okay, just so people know, this doesn't affect.
It's still going to go to the Fifth Circuit. The Fifth Circuit can reissue another injunction, but I have a feeling that if they reissue an injunction, the Supreme Court is just going to knock down that injunction again.
So is it unusual? The format of this text is very unusual from what I've seen from courts. Is this something that's normal to come out of?
A little bit differently. They don't have to give reasoning because there's no one to argue with them. You can't say, hey, you can't go to a higher court and say, hey, they don't have good reasoning.
All right, so 80% 1911 still legal, 80% AR-15 still legal, 80% AK still legal, 80% SEPMEs, MP5s.
Rifles are like rifles and everything. In the 1911s, that's a gray area. It is metal and it is harder. It's like almost impossible to do.
This is the one, Safety Harbor Firearms, who makes the 50 cal here. They do Sten parts. They have a website that has Sten parts in the name.
Yeah, those are legal still.
You're saying that's legal, but Walter usually errs on the side of safety, and when like this rule becomes effective, he stops selling those parts.
Yeah, well, there's actual references to Stens with like with stencils and everything. So
Oh, and the 186 pages here.
yeah, so I mean, I don't think that's issue.
Okay. Because we all know that laws should be easy for everybody to understand, and once you get to 186 pages.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I said laws. I mean, made up crap by the ATF, I should be saying.
Yeah,
the ATF doesn't make law.
This is different. This is not an administrative stay, Vic. He was talking about the administrative stay. This is a stay. This just came out. I just got this from Cody. Like right before that.
Cody who?
Wilson.
Oh yeah. Cody called me. Didn't call me.
Well, yeah. So it doesn't make any sense to me why they ruled this way, but they did.
Wow. All right, so Bruin is not reversed. No. So Chris Merritt's asking if Bruin's reversed.
No. Bruin, no, this is Vanderstok.
Vanderstok is the case we're discussing right now.
But
Vanderstok.
Well, they didn't rule on the merits. They did not rule in the merits.
So what?
In plain English, all the injunctions that let people sell 80% frames and everything are done, dead, gone.
Hasta la vista, baby. But that means the case will roll on. The case will still occur.
No, he's being sarcastic. Sorry about that. Yeah, the case will still occur. The Supreme Court can still grant cert. It still has to go through the fifth, and the fifth can put another injunction on. But I do not have any confidence at this point. I do believe that they will put an injunction on, but I have no confidence at this point that SCOTUS will let that injunction stay. I have every bit of confidence that SCOTUS will knock down that injunction. I don't know why, and
Crumpy, let me ask you a question here. Based on the Bruin decision, how do you get okay with this?
I don't know. If you own one, it's totally legal. The frames and receiver rule only applies to dealers. It basically cuts out. It cuts out the selling of frames and receivers and the transfer of unzero frames.
If I went to a gun show with a Polymer 80 and sold it as a private citizen, is that okay?
No.
Really? Because I could take a gun and sell it.
It's a transfer of unserialized firearm in the eyes of the ATF now.
But I can transfer serialized firearms without any paperwork, peer-to-peer.
The Polymer 80s separate lawsuit that is still pending, but yeah.
Nah.
That is still pending. Like I do believe that they will get injunctions, and I do believe that the SCOTUS will go ahead and knock down those injunctions.
Wow. So Bruin, in my mind, completely underscores and reinforces the Second Amendment, saying, hey, the people's right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, period. That's really what Bruin says. Then you come up with, now there's no editorial, there's no opinion from the majority or minority here. So you can't really read into it what's going on. But I have a tough time saying the same court that came up with the Bruin decision that was written by Thomas basically says you have the right to keep and bear arms anywhere, period.
I can
And
I can guarantee you who the two traitors were.
traders meaning, so we're saying Ketanji Brown Jackson, done.
You know
Sotomayor,
the people that should vote for us on our side that didn't.
right.
I can looking at the other ones. I
So
can probably
Roberts,
say Roberts.
I say Roberts and
Coney
Alito,
Barrett.
right?
Amy Coney Barrett.
You really, Amy Coney Barrett?
Well, Alito during the vacation of the vacator, the whole rule, Alito voted to keep the vacator. Roberts voted to Barrett and Roberts both voted to stay that decision, and I can see them doing the same thing. Maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's different people. I don't know. We do not know at this point.
So it seems to me that in light of the Bruin decision, you can't come up with supporting this frame and receiver rule unless you are violating the tenets of the Bruin decision.
I would agree.
Right.
And
but the people that matter don't agree.
But so again, I'm not an attorney. I know an F ton about firearm law because I've hung out with you, John, too long. It just is like you would have to be able to articulate why you're supporting the frame and receiver rule by the ATF. I want to make sure I don't say law because it's not a law.
They don't have to say why or anything. They can just say this.
That's it. Boom. Like, in other words, vacate it. Period.
Yes.
They might as well. It should be like the Pope: white smoke and black smoke. Done.
Basically, yeah. They don't have to.
Wow.
They don't have to put out anything. Sometimes they will put out a statement, and we might see some statements come out. But as of right now, no.
Wow! 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 This is going to take a while to set in, and boy, I can't wait to get to the men's group at church tonight to talk about this.
Yep. All right, guys, that is it for the main channel. I will be with the conversation. We'll continue on John Crump News. I don't know if you guys are in John Crump News or you guys subscribe to John Crump News, but if you don't, you really need to. I'm going to set it up to automatically go over there. We're going to be talking about other stuff. I just wanted to do this. This broke right before it came on. So if you want to stay on, just hang out for a second, and after this ends, you're going to be redirected over there. But thank you for watching, and remember, you all matter to me. And I almost killed the whole entire stream.
No. All right, I'm removing this from Flying Rich Firearms. Okay.
All right, and
so
give me
now
one.
The Sentinel here says Bruin merely affirms Heller. I'm like, no, Bruin doesn't merely affirm Heller. Bruin goes.
He's not exactly wrong.
No, but he said merely. If he said affirms Heller, but he's saying all it does is affirm Heller. No.
It clarifies and affirms. It expands on what it actually meant. So, yeah.
What amazes me is with laws in this country, it's the first time I ever noticed this or took notice of it was Al Gore when he violated campaign finance law when he was campaigning from the vice presidential's office. You're not allowed to do that at a government office. And he said there's no controlling legal authority, which translates to na. Which other people have said, other politicians have said, if there's laws governing them and there's no penalty associated with it, it's merely a guideline.
All right, guys, we're going to end the stream here. If you want to discuss this some more, you can come over to John Crump News. Like I said, I got it set up to redirect. So I will see you guys later.